Our planet, a sphere of blue and green suspended in the vastness of space, holds secrets in its deepest crevices and on its highest peaks. It is a world of constant change, of immense power, and, honestly, of breathtaking beauty. For millennia, nature has been the ultimate artist, sculpting landscapes with the patient hands of wind, water, and time. These creations, often hidden away from our bustling world, tell stories of geological epochs, of life's incredible resilience, and of the raw, untamed forces that have shaped our home. They are not mere places on a map, but living canvases, dynamic and ever-evolving. I have spent a lifetime exploring the far corners of our Earth, witnessing phenomena that defy easy explanation, and yet there are still wonders that continue to astonish. Places so extraordinary they seem to belong to another world entirely. This journey we are about to embark upon is a celebration of these hidden marvels. We will travel from the fiery heart of a supervolcano to the frozen, ephemeral corridors of a glacier, from mountains that touch the clouds to caves that contain their own weather systems. It is a voyage into the sublime and the spectacular. Join me as we peel back the layers of the familiar world to reveal the astonishing beauty that lies just beneath the surface. We will explore 7 of nature's most magnificent and often most secluded masterpieces. These are not just destinations, they are testaments to the planet's enduring power and its infinite capacity for creation. Let us step into this world of hidden wonders, a journey through time and terrain that promises to change the way we see our planet forever. Our journey begins in North America, in a land forged by unimaginable volcanic power. Here, in Yellowstone National Park, the ground itself breathes. It steams, it hisses, and it bubbles with the heat from a vast magma chamber slumbering just beneath the surface. And at the heart of this geothermal wonderland lies a spectacle of such vivid color, it appears as though the earth has opened a giant, watchful eye. This is the Grand Prismatic Spring, the largest hot spring in the United States, and a true masterpiece of natural chemistry. From above, its scale and structure are truly revealed. A vast pool of brilliant sapphire blue water forms the pupil, its temperature too extreme for almost any form of life. This intense heat, well above boiling point at the source, ensures the water's startling clarity and depth of color. It is a window into the superheated core of this volcanic caldera, a direct connection to the immense forces that shape the continent itself. The vibrant blue is simply the scattering of light in water of profound purity and depth. Surrounding this central blue is a series of concentric rings, shifting in color like an artist's palette. These are not pigments in the water, but living tapestries of microbial life. In the cooler yellow-orange bands, vast colonies of heat-loving bacteria, known as thermophiles, thrive. Each species is adapted to a specific temperature gradient, creating a precise and predictable spectrum of color. They are pioneers, living on the very edge of what is biologically possible, painting the landscape with their existence. As the water continues to flow outwards, it cools further, allowing different communities of microbes to flourish. The oranges give way to deeper reds and earthy browns, creating a complex gradient of life. It's a living ecosystem, a microscopic world that has a macroscopic impact on the visual splendor of the spring. The sheer number of these organisms is staggering, billions upon billions creating a living, breathing mat of color that is constantly in flux. The edges of the spring are a landscape of constant transformation. As the mineral-rich water spills over the sides, it deposits layers of silica, creating delicate, terraced formations. These sinter terraces are ever-growing inch by inch, century by century. The water's path shifts, old channels dry up, and new ones are forged. The spring is never the same from one day to the next. It is a dynamic system, a geological process happening in real time before our very eyes. And so, the Grand Prismatic Spring is more than just a pool of hot water. It is a geological engine, a biological laboratory, and a work of art in perpetual motion. It is a powerful reminder that our planet is not a static rock, but a living, breathing entity. Here, the raw power of the Earth's interior bursts forth in a silent yet spectacular display of color and life, a vibrant iris staring up at the vast Wyoming sky. We travel now to the North Atlantic, to a land of fire and ice. Iceland, a young island still being shaped by volcanic activity and glacial forces, holds a secret that is both beautiful and profoundly fleeting. Each winter, as the Great Vatnajökull Glacier grinds its way across the land, its seasonal meltwater carves tunnels and caves beneath the immense weight of the ice. These are the Icelandic glacier caves, ephemeral cathedrals of blue. To enter one is to step into another realm. The world outside, with its stark whites and volcanic blacks, disappears. Here, everything is bathed in an ethereal sapphire glow. The dense ancient ice of the glacier acts as a filter. It absorbs every color of the spectrum except for blue, which penetrates the ice and illuminates the cave from within. The light is not just seen, it is felt. It is a cold, pure light that seems to emanate from the very walls themselves. These caves are born from the summer melt. Rivers of water flowing over the glacier's surface find a crack or a moulin, a vertical shaft in the ice, and plunge into the depths. Throughout the warmer months, this water carves and sculpts the underside of the glacier, creating a hidden network of tunnels. It is only when winter arrives and the melting ceases that the water level drops, revealing these breathtaking formations for a few short months. The texture of the walls tells a story of immense pressure and great age. The ice is not white and opaque like freshly fallen snow. It has been compressed over centuries, squeezing out every air bubble. This process creates a substance as clear as glass and as hard as rock. Running your hand over the undulating surfaces, you can feel the smoothness, the result of flowing water, and see layers of volcanic ash trapped within, dark ribbons that mark eruptions from centuries past. But the beauty of these ice caves lies in their impermanence. They are nature's most transient architecture. The glacier is a living thing, constantly moving, flowing downhill at a rate of a few feet per day. This constant motion puts the caves under immense stress. They groan and creak, the sounds of a colossal structure shifting. What is a grand, open cavern? One week might be a narrow, impassable tunnel the next. And with the return of spring, their fate is sealed. As temperatures rise, the meltwater returns, and the caves begin to collapse or flood. The very force that creates them is also the one that ensures their destruction. Each winter, new caves are formed in different locations, with different shapes and sizes. To witness one is a unique privilege, a glimpse of a wonder that may never exist in the same form again. A fleeting moment of crystalline beauty carved by the patient, powerful hands of ice and water. Our quest for natural wonders now takes us to the arid landscapes of northwest China. Here, in the Zhangye National Geopark, the Earth has laid bare its history in the most spectacular fashion. This is the Zhangye Dangxia landform, a geological masterpiece often referred to as the Painted Mountains. It is a landscape so surreal, so saturated with color, that it looks as though a giant has spilled pots of paint across the rolling hills and sharp escarpments. This vibrant display is the result of immense geological forces at work over an almost incomprehensible timescale. For more than 24 million years, layers of sandstone and other minerals were deposited in a vast inland basin. Each layer, formed under different climatic conditions, carried its own unique mineral composition. Red sandstones, rich in iron oxide, formed the base, while other periods deposited minerals that would later create yellows, greens, and magentas. Then, some 50 million years ago, the tectonic plates of India and Eurasia collided. This monumental event, which is still raising the Himalayas to this day, caused the once flat layers of sedimentary rock to be buckled, folded, and tilted. The immense pressure warped the landscape, thrusting the basin upwards and exposing the colorful strata to the elements. What was once a horizontal layer cake of rock was now a crumpled, angled canvas. For millions of years since, wind and rain have been the sculptors. They have patiently eroded the softer rock, carving the landscape into the dramatic shapes we see today: towers, pillars, and ravines. This erosion has stripped away the surface layers, revealing the vibrant colors of the underlying rock formations. The result is a striped pattern, where each band of color represents a different geological period, a different ancient climate. It is a history book written in stone. Walking through this landscape is a humbling experience. The colors are most vibrant after rainfall, when the moisture saturates the rock, or during sunrise and sunset, when the low-angled light accentuates the contours and deepens the hues. The red layers dominate, giving the mountains a fiery appearance, but they are streaked with bands of yellow sulfur, green chlorite, and other mineral traces, creating a breathtaking and complex tapestry. The Dengxia landform is a stark reminder of the planet's deep history and the slow, relentless power of geological processes. It shows us that even the most solid and permanent-seeming features of our world are in a state of constant, albeit incredibly slow, change. These painted hills are not just a beautiful sight, they are a cross-section of time itself, a visual record of millions of years of planetary evolution, exposed for all to see. We now venture into the lush, jungle-clad mountains of Southeast Asia, to the Phong Nha Ke Bang National Park in Vietnam. Hidden deep within this limestone karst landscape lies a wonder that was unknown to the outside world until very recently. In 1991, a local man named Hokan stumbled upon an entrance, but the sheer drop and the sound of a rushing river from within deterred him. It would be nearly 2 decades before he could retrace his steps and lead explorers to what is now known as Son Duong, the largest cave on Earth. The scale of Son Duong is, honestly, difficult to comprehend. Its main passage is over 5 kilometers long, and in places, it is 200 meters high and 150 meters wide. A 40-story skyscraper could fit comfortably inside its largest chamber. To enter is to leave the familiar world behind and descend into a subterranean kingdom of colossal proportions. The entrance alone requires an 80-meter rappel into the darkness, a journey into the planet's interior. What makes Son Duong truly extraordinary is that it contains its own self-contained world. In 2 separate locations, the cave ceiling collapsed hundreds of thousands of years ago, creating massive skylights known as dolins. These openings allow sunlight to pour into the cave, and with it, life. A lush, verdant jungle thrives on the cave floor, complete with trees reaching heights of over 30 meters. This subterranean forest, named the Garden of Eden, is an ecosystem that exists nowhere else on Earth. This unique environment has also given rise to its own weather system. The vast difference in temperature between the air inside the cave and the jungle outside creates a constant circulation. Clouds form within the massive chambers, drifting slowly beneath the high ceiling, and can even produce rain. It is a place where you can be deep underground and yet watch clouds form and dissipate above you, a truly surreal and mesmerizing phenomenon. The cave was carved over millions of years by the Rao Tuong River, which still flows through its lower passages. During the monsoon season, the river can rise dramatically, flooding sections of the cave and making it inaccessible. This powerful flow continues to shape and enlarge the cave, a slow but relentless process of creation. Within its chambers, geologists have discovered some of the world's largest stalagmites, some towering up to 70 meters high, like alien skyscrapers in the dark. Son Duong is more than just a cave, it is a lost world. Its recent discovery reminds us that our planet still holds profound secrets, and that there are entire ecosystems hidden from view, waiting to be found. It is a place of primal darkness and sunlit jungle, of roaring rivers and silent ancient stone formations. To explore Son Duong is to feel like an astronaut on another planet, a privileged visitor in a subterranean universe of breathtaking scale and beauty. Our journey now takes us to the borderlands of Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana, to a landscape that inspired Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's The Lost World. Here, a series of majestic flat-topped mountains known as tepuis rise abruptly from the surrounding jungle. The largest and most famous of these is Mount Roraima. Its sheer 400-meter-high cliffs isolate its summit, creating a unique ecological island in the sky. Reaching the summit of Roraima is not a journey for the faint-hearted. It involves a multi-day trek through savanna and cloud forest, culminating in a scramble up a natural stone ramp that breaches the formidable cliffs. As one ascends, the temperature drops, and the air becomes thick with moisture. The mountain is almost constantly shrouded in cloud, its peak a mysterious, unseen realm. To finally step onto the plateau is to arrive in another time. The summit is not a flat grassy plain. It is a bizarre, labyrinthine landscape of blackened, water-eroded rock. Millions of years of heavy rainfall have carved the sandstone into extraordinary shapes, towers, arches, and mazes that look like the ruins of an ancient alien city. The ground is a disorienting mix of pink sand, crystal clear pools, and boggy marshes. It is a geological wonderland, stark and hauntingly beautiful. Because of its extreme isolation, Roraima is a hotbed of endemism. Life here has evolved independently for millennia. Around a third of the plant species found on the summit exist nowhere else on Earth. These include carnivorous pitcher plants, which have adapted to the nutrient-poor soil by trapping insects, and unique, bonsai-like trees that cling to the rocky ground. It is a living laboratory of evolution, a snapshot of life developing in splendid isolation. The geology of Roraima is among the oldest on the planet. The sandstone that forms the mountain dates back nearly 2 billion years, to a time when South America and Africa were part of the supercontinent Gondwana. The rocks here were ancient, long before complex life even appeared in the oceans. To walk across this summit is to tread on stones that have witnessed a vast portion of Earth's history, a truly humbling thought. Standing on the edge of Roraima, looking down through the swirling clouds at the endless green carpet of the Amazon basin below, one feels a profound sense of detachment from the modern world. It is a place that feels prehistoric, untouched by time. The constant mists, the strange black rock formations, and the unique flora all contribute to the feeling of being in a lost world. It is a powerful testament to the ability of nature to create worlds within worlds, isolated sanctuaries of ancient life and stone. Far off the coast of the Horn of Africa, in the azure waters of the Arabian Sea, lies an archipelago that seems to have drifted from another planet. This is Socotra, a part of Yemen, and its long-standing isolation has turned it into a showcase of bizarre and wonderful evolution. Separated from the mainland of Africa for at least 6 million years, life here has taken a unique and peculiar path, resulting in a landscape that is utterly otherworldly. The most iconic symbol of Socotra is the dragon's blood tree. With its strange, upturned canopy, shaped like a giant umbrella, it dots the highlands of the island. This shape is a clever adaptation, designed to capture moisture from the highland mists and channel it down to its roots in this arid environment. When the bark is cut, it exudes a deep red resin, the dragon's blood of legend, which has been sought after as a dye and medicine since antiquity. But the dragon's blood tree is just one of Socotra's many oddities. The island is also home to the bulbous and comical bottle tree, which looks like a swollen beige root with a small spray of branches and leaves on top. Its thick trunk is a reservoir, storing water to survive the long dry seasons. Walking among these strange botanical specimens feels less like being on Earth and more like exploring a landscape from a science fiction film. This remarkable biodiversity is not limited to plants. Over a third of Socotra's 825 plant species, 90% of its reptile species, and 95% of its land snail species are endemic, meaning they are found nowhere else in the world. This incredible level of endemism has earned Socotra the title of the Galapagos of the Indian Ocean. It is a living museum of evolution, a precious and fragile natural laboratory. The landscape itself is as varied as it is strange. It ranges from dramatic coastal dunes of pure white sand to deep canyons and ravines, and the central Hajir mountain range, which rises to over 1,500 meters. The island's isolation has protected it from the development seen elsewhere, preserving not only its unique species, but also a traditional way of life for its inhabitants, who have lived in harmony with this challenging environment for centuries. Socotra is a fragile paradise. Its unique ecosystems are vulnerable to climate change, overgrazing, and the potential introduction of invasive species. It stands as a powerful example of how isolation can drive evolution in incredible directions, creating a world that is both beautiful and bizarre. It is a treasure of our planet, a precious island of wonders that serves as a stark reminder of what we stand to lose if we fail to protect these unique natural sanctuaries. Our final destination is a wonder where human ingenuity and natural grandeur merge into one. Hidden away in the desert canyons of southern Jordan, we find the ancient city of Petra. For centuries, it was a lost city, its existence known only to the local Bedouin tribes. It wasn't until 1812 that a Swiss explorer, disguised as a pilgrim, rediscovered this magnificent necropolis for the Western world. The journey into Petra is an experience in itself. One must walk through the Sick, a narrow, winding gorge over a kilometer long, with towering sandstone cliffs on either side that almost touch overhead. The path twists and turns, building a sense of anticipation. The colors of the rock shift from rose red to ochre and brown, swirled together like marble. It is a natural gateway, designed to protect and conceal the city that lies beyond. And then, through a final sliver of darkness, the Sick opens up to reveal a breathtaking sight, Al-Kazne, the treasury. This iconic facade, some 40 meters high, is not built, but carved directly out of the solid rock face with astonishing precision and artistry. Its Hellenistic-style columns, friezes and statues stand as a testament to the skill of its creators, the Nabateans, a wealthy and industrious Arab tribe who controlled the caravan trade routes. The treasury is just the beginning. The valley opens up into a vast city of domes, temples, and halls, all hewn from the rose-red cliffs. The Nabateans were masters of their environment. They were not only brilliant stone masons, but also expert hydraulic engineers. In this arid desert, they created a complex system of channels, dams and cisterns to capture and manage every drop of precious rainwater, allowing a bustling city of up to 20,000 people to thrive. As you explore deeper, the scale of Petra becomes apparent. A grand colonnaded street, a Roman-style theater capable of seating thousands, and high up on a remote mountain, the equally impressive monastery, Ad-Dir. Each structure tells a story of a cosmopolitan and prosperous culture that flourished here 2,000 years ago, a crossroads of trade and ideas that connected Arabia, Egypt, and Syria. Petra's decline began with a shift in trade routes and was hastened by a catastrophic earthquake in 363 AD. The city was gradually abandoned and fell into ruin, its memory fading into legend. Its rediscovery revealed not just a ruin, but a masterpiece of landscape architecture. Here, humanity did not impose itself upon the landscape, but worked in harmony with it, creating a city that is an inseparable part of the very rock from which it was born. Our journey through nature's hidden wonders comes to a close. We have witnessed the living colors of a volcanic spring, stood within the fleeting crystal halls of a glacier, and walked upon mountains painted by time itself. From the subterranean world of Sonjuong to the sky island of Roraima, from the alien landscape of Socotra to the rock-hewn majesty of Petra, we have seen the incredible diversity and power of our planet's creative forces. These places are more than just spectacles. They are archives of deep time, laboratories of life, and canvases for the grand artistry of geology. They remind us that the world is filled with a magic that predates humanity and will endure long after we are gone. They teach us humility, showing us forces and timescales that dwarf our own existence. Each of these wonders, whether forged by volcanic heat, glacial ice, or the patient hand of erosion, tells a story of resilience, adaptation, and breathtaking beauty. They are a vital part of our world's heritage, a source of inspiration and awe that connects us to the very fabric of the planet. As we return from these remote and extraordinary locations, let us carry with us a renewed sense of wonder for the world we inhabit. There are still secrets to uncover, still marvels hidden in the folds of the map. The greatest journey of all is the one that opens our eyes to the beauty that surrounds us, both in these grand hidden wonders and in the smaller everyday miracles of the natural world. Our planet is a treasure, and its greatest wonders are a gift we must strive to understand, to cherish, and to protect for all time.